So we're here at Vicarage Road Stadium, the home of the Hornets, with Tony Smith of Elton John. So Tony, what's your job and responsibilities with Elton?
Job and responsibilities? I don't think I'm that responsible, but okay, I'm the keyboard tech. Look after the keyboards here for Elton.
Yeah.
Not his piano, but the keyboard tech for the keyboard player for Elton John. And we have 4 keyboards, 2 Kurzweils, 2 Yamahas, and then I have I've forgotten what I've got in my rack. See, Roland JB 5080.
Yeah.
And it goes into a computer, which goes into an RME multi-face.
Okay.
Getting on a bit, but it's doing the job very, very, very well.
Yeah.
I like it.
Superb.
Yeah.
So how long have you been with Elton?
On and off since 1989.
1989. So it's been a long kind of tour for you guys.
Yes.
Did you have to move to Vegas for the Red Piano tour?
I didn't move to Vegas. No, I travelled there. We're only there for 10 weeks a year. So that
10 weeks. Okay.
Yeah, 10 weeks a year. So we were there for like 2 sets of 3 and 2 sets of 2 weeks. So that's 10 weeks a year. So we did actually work out that I'd spent an entire life, entire year of my life staying in one hotel.
Yeah.
And then it depressed a lot of people when I told them.
I guess you got to know the staff quite well.
Oh yeah, very well, and the city.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks it's just slot machines, but there's a lot more to see in Vegas than just slot machines.
So I know that you're now using a Fireface UC, or you just brought your Fireface UC into your equipment list. What did you bring it in to do specifically?
Yes, well, that's something I want to work on, and because we've been using the multi-face, and we just want to go up a little bit because a lot of the new computers now don't have the PCMCIA slots.
Of course, yeah.
And so it looks like it's just a way to go forward. And I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'll be probably using that with some Logic stuff, and just see, experiment.
Yeah.
And I'd like to try and work out if I can get it going with a Mac Mini and see how it works with that.
Oh, fantastic.
That'll be good. I think it will work very, very well. Keep it slim and tidy.
Yeah.
You know, instead of having a laptop all the time, I'd like to hide the screen.
Sure.
Yeah.
In general, with RME, how have you found kind of the reliability? I mean, it's also been out on tour for a long time now, particularly with the multi-face that you've had in the rack. Well,
I'm standing very close to it. Okay, I'm here, but we've never had a problem with it at all. Full stop. That's it. It's always worked, and if something's gone wrong, it's never been the equipment. It's always been the operator. So, I might have buggered up a few times, but the equipment has never. Yeah. So it's been really good. Keyboards are broken down, but that's okay. They're replaceable. We have a few of those, but that sits in there and just ticks over happily.
Oh, super.
Along with the PC, using I think four plugins on the computer, which go into my little Yamaha desk there.
Yeah.
And that's great.
Famous German engineering.
Famous German engineering. Yeah. It's just like the cars, isn't it?
Yeah, it's true.
I have one.
So Tony, there's a fair amount of RME involved in and around the equipment on tour.
Well, we have 2 identical systems. We have a Pro Tools system, we have 2 Pro Tools systems, and we have 2 rigs. Now the 2 rigs are both identical, apart from the odd plug board here and there, but I mean, they work identical. I save something, I go to another rig. Once I go to the other rig, I just load it up and it works.
Yeah.
So that's good. Now, front of house, we have Pro Tools. So there's the AT88, I think it was, we're using on that. And we did have one problem with that, but that was just wear and tear from, flying around and being in trucks.
Sure.
And I think that was easily fixed by one of you guys, which was putting the...
Yeah, I think it was a loose ribbon cable.
Ribbon cable came off and that was it. But other than that was nothing, So, that's not... if I'd known, I would have just opened up and said, oh, look, done that myself. So
Sure.
I think it was... but other than that, it was good. We can't knock that. And that, again, gets used every single show as well. And it's never been a problem, apart from that one thing. But then now we have 2 systems, and they both do the same, and we're very, very happy with what we have.
So, how have things changed on the tour in terms of equipment and the way you've worked over the last however many years it's been?
Well, since '89, lots and lots of things. So I think when we had the other keyboard player, we started off with emulator 2s. It's pure MIDI, no digital stuff, didn't exist. I remember once there was no such thing as a MIDI patch bay.
Sure.
So I went to this guy, can't remember what it was, keyboard something or other in Highbury, and I said, I'd really like a MIDI patch bay, I could do it. So we made a box with a button, A and a B button,
Oh,
and
okay.
4 buttons.
Yeah.
So we had 4 buttons, and then what happened was that if we wanted one keyboard to work and play this keyboard,
Yeah.
we had to press this button, and that would play that one.
Yeah.
So one of the first MIDI patch bays was purely mechanical
Oh wow.
and LEDs, but that was
Yeah.
that's another story.
Yeah.
And it's a constant battle of trying to keep the stuff going. Not that the stuff sounded bad at all. It's just the fact it was never manufactured, I think, at the time to take the wear and tear that we, with trucks that didn't have air ride. So,
Sure.
it got battered. And
Yeah.
these days, we learn over time to construct stuff better. And I think it goes for everything. Every company, they learn to manufacture stuff much, much better. So, so we do have a situation now where not good for the manufacturers, where stuff keeps working,
Yeah.
But hey, that's why we use it. That's why
Yeah.
we use this stuff. It's
Yeah.
because it works, and we like to use the stuff. I mean, it must work.
So your life's getting easier.
My life's getting easier, yes, but I end up doing other jobs as well.
Ah.
So I do end up in the production office helping out in there as well. So there's always something else to do.
Sure. Okay. Well, thank you very much for your time, Tony. It's been very interesting to hear about
And a
your
wet-
time on tour
and a wet
since
one.
1989, and a bit of a wet one as well. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. No, it's. I think hopefully it's going to be a really good show. Last time we were here, the sun was shining. It was fantastic. It's a good venue, and
Yeah.
hopefully everybody comes here and has a good time. And
Yeah. Well, the home of the greatest football team in the world. So.
Well, you are a Watford supporter, aren't you?